Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Guys, look, I am not in a good mood today. I was doing good, but I mean, guys, man, it's just so much stuff is going on when it comes to what I call social media. I mean, guys, we can just be so cruel. I was watching thank God for misbehaving, and guys, make sure you go ahead and keep misbehaving and her son, make sure you keep them in prayer. Let me go ahead and lower the music down some. But I thank her for allowing, telling me about Destiny to go and watch her live. So I went ahead and I watched the replay. And when it comes to our people can be some very, very cruel people, very cruel people. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for misbehaving because she watching the rest of the Destiny's live, and she and I we're gonna come on and we're gonna go ahead and talk about all that right there. But lo and behold, way before Destiny had came on live, already was gonna go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that is going on the reality shows, the toxic. And I'm so glad that people are calling it out. But it's not just the reality shows, it's people, it's the fans, it's these overzealous fans that take it to an all-time low. So all what I'm going to go ahead and talk about is all going to coincide with everything, because when it comes to our people do a lot, man. I mean, they do a lot. And I think this right here, I keep saying, it's time for me to go ahead and elevate myself, because this right here, it is not worth it. It's time for us to go and start, doing other things that's, going to elevate us and not to go ahead and tear down. So let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. I'm go ahead and put this up right quick. So let me go ahead and put this up right quick right here. Oh shoot, I'm trying to get it together. And I always say, if I got to get out of character or go into the gutter, especially when I do commentary when it comes to this reality show, I'd rather go ahead and just shut it down, okay? But let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. Is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, uh, news reporting, where I'm at, education and research. So fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. And so, guys, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And also make sure you go ahead and check out Misbehaving Supporter channel, and make sure you keep her and her son while they are on the highway. Keep them in prayer, and if you feel led to go ahead and donate, she's not asking for anything. Only thing that she's asking for is prayers. But if you feel like you want to go ahead and cash out her, make sure you go ahead and cash out Misbehaving. Let me see if I can go ahead and put her cash app up. Okay, let me see, it's Misbehaving. So let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and put her cash app up. But when it comes to social media, guys, we just got to stop it. Like I said, when it comes to these reality shows, these people, they get paid. They get paid to go ahead and entertain us. And for us to sit there and go on people's channel, don't know what people are going through in their personal life, and to take all this stuff what you see on the reality show and thinking that this is these people life and go and attack these people, guys, you know good and well that is wrong, all for a freaking woman. Okay, and like I said, these people, they about their business, most likely all hanging out together, and we thinking that oh, these people out there being miserable, and these people sitting there, they enjoying their life, they having a good life, while you all are just sitting on your couch, on your soapbox, on a freaking Saturday, just like Carlos King said. And while these people are entertaining you guys, but you want to go ahead and go on these people page as if you know these people personally. You don't know these people. These people sat there, a CEO tell on the street on fire, and most likely won't even daggone pee on your tail to go ahead and put it out. But you act like you know these people business. You do not know these people business. It's just a shame. It's sad. It's very, very sad. So I went ahead and put Misbehaving's cash app, and like I said, she's not asking for anything. We just, like I said, I don't want nobody to sit there, especially, when I'm going through, or even when the good times, that's when I see, this right here. Like I said, this is the time to show, who are real friends. Okay. And even if you don't have anything to give, just make sure you keep her in prayer. So this is a cash out right here, Misbehaving 2023. But before I get into all this that I want to go ahead and talk about, because I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that it is going on Belle Collective. And like I said, when it comes to that particular reality show, I am kind of new on that, but I know exactly what I see. And as you can see right here, I went ahead and I posted a list of people. I even had put Destiny, a list of people, that have been, attacked, been bullied, been stalked, been harassed. Some of them went into a deep depression where we already know when it came to Kiki, it, it, it is just so sad, guys. It's just so sad. And the thing about it is that most of the people that's doing the most is old people, people that's supposed to show the younger kids better. Okay, how you expect the younger kids to do better when we got old people is acting worse than young people? We had this 80-year-old lady going out there in a very cold weather with a hoodie and a bandana going into the courthouse to go and try to get commentaries so she can bring back to these bottom feeders. Make it make sense, guys. This does not make no sense at all. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about all this right here. And I went ahead and I put the child on too. That's Martell's and Ariane's child because they went ahead and they bullied that child. They called the child all out his name. Called the child a bastard child. Called the child chucking. I mean, when it comes to social media can be a beast, guys. But before I get into all that right there, I want to go ahead and show you. I went ahead and made like I think it was like a 1 minute short when it comes to TikTok. I saw where they went ahead and they thinking about going and banning TikTok. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it should be like January the 19th. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to go ahead and read that to you. But tell you the truth, they need to go ahead and just ban all social media sites for at least a year so we can sit there and get back on track. Someone even said that because I mean, social media is like we don't even know how to go outside and touch grass. We don't know how to interact with our loved ones because we on social media being bullied and harassing behind our computers like computer thugs. And you wonder why some of these people don't even show their face. But the ones that don't know exactly what I'm talking about, go on Destiny's page where she had a live, I think it was last night, and I'm gonna go deep into it in a few. I'm kind of waiting for Misbehaving. I think she might come on, but she's on the road. So make sure you drive safely, and guys, make sure you go ahead and keep Misbehaving in prayer. But I should have went ahead and put Misbehaving's picture up there as well. I should have went ahead and put Misbehaving's put her picture up as well because they attacked her and they had attacked her son over a freaking reality show. And you guys wondering why, we can't give Melody the benefit of the doubt, because like I said, most of this right here is Melody's fans. Is these not all of them, but some of them overzealous fans that she can come out right now and she can dismantle this. She can disassociate herself with this because I'm pretty sure it's messing up her brand. Because for this woman to go on Destiny's page and talk about something that's on a freaking reality show, Martell already told you guys it was fake news, okay? These people are getting paid to entertain us. And if you want me to sit there and come out and tell you what I really know about all this stuff, then you're going to be shocked. And I'm pretty sure that when it comes to Melody, Melody is going to distance herself from you guys. Because do you think that this woman going to sit there and allow you to do the stuff that you guys are doing? But just like Destiny said, you want to go ahead and call Martell out for DV. In that case, you might as well go ahead and call Melody. Now, we already know, and I talked about this all the time. All the stuff that you're hearing right now, I already covered all that. Everything that Melody did is on tape. It's on tape. She even made a reaction video. How she committed an act. How she threw glass and lighter fluid and a torch lighter and plants. That's all caught on tape. But we already know when it comes to Melody, Melody told Dr. Heavenly. She told Dr. Heavenly that Martell was never abusive to her. Martell treated her like a queen. And for you guys don't know what Destiny is going through and allow this child to cry on her channel because you guys sit there worrying about somebody that you don't know. Like I said, you guys are some freaking demons. You are some freaking demons. But what she should have done, she should have got the IP number, the IP address, and tracked that person down. because that is very horrible. And everything that Destiny is going through, that demon, anything that she's going through, send it to that demon that tried to attack you. Send it to her to make sure she have no rest, because that is very horrible. Hi, Star. Hi, Star. I mean, I was just upset. I promise you, I was upset. I had to just play some gospel music and just sit there and just get my spirit back on track. Because I mean, when it comes to social media, you guys, social media could be a beast if it's used in the wrong way. Starbucks says, welcome everybody to Unapologetic Real Talk. Also, she says, if you want to go ahead and support the channel, Cash App, Real Talk 985, your support is appreciated but not required. Also, please join the membership for more unapologetic content. Thank you, Starbucks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go deep into it. I'm giving misbehaving time to come on, and if not, I understand because misbehaving is on the highway. But before I get into all this right here that's going on, I want to go ahead and share this with you guys right quick, okay? But like I said, you guys got to do better than what you are doing now, man. I mean, and the thing about it, these people, these are older people that's my age. Instead of watching the reality show, they worried about what these people doing in their personal life. That's sad. That's horrible. But let me go ahead and share this with you guys right quick. So again, guys, if you're just coming on, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. If you like this content or you like this channel, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Or if you don't like it, guys, like I said there and say, why you're here, even if you want to go ahead and do the thumbs up, okay? But you must be here for a reason, okay? So let me go ahead and share this right here, which I had gotten the news off of CNN. I went ahead and did a 1 minute short, but this right here is coming from the Shed Room, where it's talking about TikTok. It says that the federal appeals court uphold law requiring the sale of ban of TikTok in the United States. So what they are trying to do, they're trying to go ahead and ban TikTok. And we already know, that they've been censoring us, and they don't want us to tell our story. They don't want us to come into the truth. So they're going to do anything to go ahead and try to shut us up. Like I said, our enemy is not our own people. Our enemy is the power that be, the ones that's plotting, the ones that's working over behind the scene, the ones that you guys giving them a pass because you're so busy trying to tear each other down. But right now, we already know when it comes to TikTok with Stormy, even Melody, these people, they make their living when it comes to TikTok. And Stormy is doing good. Stormy is like the queen of TikTok, and you guys jealous of Stormy, wanting to go ahead and shut her down, giving her bad reports. Like I say, you guys are some very evil people, very evil people. But if you think that you're going to carry all that old baggage into 2025, you got to be mistaken. You got to be mistaken. No way in the world you're going to be able to carry that garbage into 2025. How you guys wants to put your mouth on people and knowing it's not working, because every time when you guys try to dig ditches, you always sitting there falling in it, or the ones that you trying to elevate ends up falling as well. This is horrible, guys. This is a freaking reality show. These people entertain us. These people sign for this. These people are equipped for this. You think that these people was going to sign and keep signing season after season if they didn't know what they was getting into? But somebody got to say enough is enough, because if not, you're going to see more people being hurt. You don't know what people are going through in their personal life for you guys to sit there and do what you're doing. You don't know what Destiny is going through. Destiny been through so much. We all been through so much. This girl, she's talking to her therapist. She's not sitting there hating on anyone. And for this person to come on and attack her, talking about why she's affiliating herself with Martell Holt. Do you know Martell Holt? Is Martell sitting there taken out of your household? Are you fighting for someone you don't freaking know? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like I said there and said, don't stop with TikTok. All social media sites should be down for at least a freaking whole year, just like this guy said. Now, right here, this is Tasha K, where Tasha K has said that it's going to the Supreme Court next. We just getting started. Hold on, guys. We just getting started. They will have the notice in shortly and will be granted a temporary stay until the Supreme Court speak. So I guess, they trying to see if they can go ahead and keep it on, because the deadline, I think they said January the 19th, 2025, where they was going to go ahead and shut TikTok down. But another guy said, and he is, he's right. He's right. This is what this guy said right here. He says, suspend all social media for a whole year. Let people get back to reality. I can stop right here. I can shut it down right here. Go ahead and suspend all social media for 1 year, because we got people that's miserable. We got people that's lonely. We got people that don't have no life. So they figure that they can hide behind their computer, because like I said, they would never show their face. Hide behind their computer and start bullying and harassing people. That's sad. That's sad. I would like to sit there and start shining a light on these people. God, expose them. Bring them to light. Because we already know one of them, that the Most High God she was trying to hide herself, but had her to come out. Like I said there and say, these people, it's not about that life. Anytime when you got to go around and sit there and harass and bully and start people for no apparent reason over a freaking woman, a woman that's, I promise you, you get in a world of trouble. She's not going to cut no checks for you to go and get yourself out of it. She's not going to go to court with you. She's going to do you just like she did Kiki. She's going to throw you out like disposable garbage. But why are you guys fighting so hard and becoming an enemy of people that you don't know? Guys, I promise you. And you wondering why I always go for the underdog. Like I said there and say, when I see everybody going this way, I go the opposite way, even if I got to be by myself. Because this is horrible, guys. And this guy right here, he's absolutely right. Jay Hunter. He says suspend all social media for a year and let people get back to their reality. That's exactly what needs to happen. Because like I said, we allowed social media, which is, like I said, the mark of the beast, We allowed this to overpower us, to consume us. We're not happy until we see somebody else miserable. Make it make sense. And some people are agreeing to this. Please, please. Another person say, honestly, take Instagram too. This was made to be fun. All this right here was made to be fun. But you guys took it to a very all-time low, made it evil spoken of. It's supposed to be about you getting with your family and sharing pictures, people that's, out of the, your town, or, family members that you won't normally see on an everyday base. your loved ones that's out of town. That's what this site was made for. It was not made for a bully pit. And see, people don't want to hear stuff like this because, like I said, we got itchy ears. But I don't care if I have to be here by myself. I'm still going to stand on my truth. I'm still going to stand on my truth because just like I said, this right here is my ministry. This is where the Most High God wants me to be because this is where my people at. But like I said, you can't keep sitting there leading a person to the well. You can't keep making a person try to sit there and do better. Sometimes, like I said, they said we just got to dust our feet and just move on. This is horrible, guys. This person said, honestly, take Instagram too. This was made to be fun, but it's becoming a political cesspool of false information and a bunch of influence who have no business influencing folks while building their lives and financial around the app. Like I said, we have so many other problems and they worry about a dancing app. But it's just so much stuff, guys. It's just so much stuff. Go ahead and shut it all down. Shut it all down so we can get back on track. Some of us might lose our daggone mind because we so knee deep in all this right here. We love to sit there and make other people miserable. But it's time for these people. It's time for these people to start sitting there putting cease and desist letters and going after these people. It's time. And that's why I sit there and say, especially when it comes to Call Us King, we're going to go ahead and talk about all this right here. Enough is enough. You can't just have a toxic environment just for ratings or just to sit there for people to line up their pockets. Because you're going to end up paying more than what you receive. Do you think people are going to continue allowing you to play with their lives? This is a bully pit. This is a cesspool. And the thing about it, I promise you, most of the people that do all that, if they show their face, you will see why they're miserable and lonely, unhappy, and why they do what they do. That's horrible, guys. That is very horrible. And I promise you, I know this is of God because I was not even going to talk about, I didn't even know Destiny was coming on. I already had set up my live. I set this live up. I had set this live up last night. If I'm mistaken, I think yesterday. Because I wanted to go ahead and talk about it. And I was just thinking about all the people that have been harassed, have been stalked, lost a lot of money because they wanted to elevate one person. And when they told Melody, they say, Melody, come out and dismantle this group. Well, she sat there and she said, these grown people, I can't tell them what to do. But yet when they was harassing this guy that she was liking overseas, she had on social media, when they was sitting there contacting him, she hurried up and went to her fans and told her fans to stop. So why she can't tell these fans to back off, stop going after these people's personal life? Let's start making it fun. Why? Tell me why. So guys, I see my girls in the house misbehaving. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link again to see if she's coming on. And I understand, she's still driving. She says listening and driving. Destiny. She said hashtag Destiny Laws. Hashtag sisterhood. Hashtag forgiveness. Hashtag love and marriage in Huntsville. Hashtag Destiny Payton. So she says she's listening and driving, but I'm still gonna go ahead and drop the link. You don't have to click on because I want you to make sure that you keep your eyes on the road and concentrate. But I should have went ahead and put Miss Behaven's picture up there. I should have went ahead and put Misbehaving's picture up there because you already know how they went after her child. That was horrible. That was very horrible. How they talked about her child just for clicks and laughs, for giggles and kikis. That's sad. How can these people sleep at night? I don't know how these people can sleep at night. But one thing that I do know, what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. And when my girl Misbehaving had called me and she told me, she said, watch Destiny's Live. At first, I was just, I was watching a little bit. Then I was, doing some other stuff. Then all of a sudden, I just sat there and I say, let me just go ahead and listen to Destiny. But like I said, guys, this is a freaking reality show. These people only show you just a snippet of their personal life. Most of this stuff, these people, they might come out and say that they are giving you their real life. But most of this stuff is scripted, guys. And already had happened months and months ago. But you act like, oh my God, people are really sitting there doing Melody so wrong. Melody can take care of herself. Anybody that can sit there and stand up to a man that's the size of his own fingertip, can sit there and knock her down if he wanted to. Mattel is a very big, huge man. Just his little small pinky. But Melody stood up to him. Melody is not afraid of you guys. Melody is not afraid of Martell. We already saw the stuff that Melody did. Let me go ahead and play this because it's just like Destiny said. If you want to go ahead and call Martell a violent man, then you also going to have to call Melody as well. Melody did the most. And the thing about it is that Melody's stuff is caught on tape. Melody's stuff is caught on tape. I don't know what these people are watching. Melody does not need your help, guys. I promise you, the stuff that we seen Melody do, Melody does not need nobody's help. I promise you. You guys act like Melody, my God. It's just sad, guys. This is horrible. Over a reality show. This is not these people personal. This is not these people lives. Only just a snippet. Only just a snippet. Let me show you this right here. Melody could take care of herself. This is horrible, guys. What I want to play. Hold on 1 second. This is very horrible. Don't. Do you think that Melody need your help? Anybody wasn't even in that freaking house. This man's house. She drove up to this man's house and she got lighter fluid and she had a torch, wanted to set this man's house on fire. But yet we got that heifer that went on Destiny's page to ask Destiny, why do she hang out with Martell when he a DV? But what about this girl? What Martell is going through is a misdemeanor. But this right here is a freaking felony, a first degree murder. And that's real talk. Because you never knew what could have happened.
Don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't quit.
Don't quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do that.
Acting like you have not pushed.
No.
I told you guys.
Man, don't do this.
I told you guys, if you ever hear me curse on my platform, you better tremble. If you ever hear me curse on my platform, I promise you, that means that you have brought me to a very all-time low, because I can stand on my channel all day and I can get my words across without even cursing. But if you ever bring me to a very dark place, you better trim in your knees, because I want to know what type of freaking show that you guys watch. Tell me what type of freaking show that you guys watch. And this is not on this freaking show. This happened in these people's personal life. This happened in these people's personal life. This is not no acting. And when she say push me, how the hell you going to sit there and commit a freaking crime over freaking money? Guys, pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me, because it's not worth it. Pray for me that I don't get out of character, because I promise you, when I say something, you can take it to the bank. And I promise you it's going to happen. Nothing I ever said that never came to pass. It always come to pass. I want you to see this right here.
Today I'm going.
Don't
quit acting.
This man, he's pleading. This man is pleading to her. He did not raise his voice. He's in a very calm state of mind. No, Melody, please don't do this. He didn't get out of character. He letting her go around sitting there ruining his furniture. But see, nobody talks about stuff like this. But I'm going to talk about it. Because just like Destiny said, if you're going to go after Martell for DV, then you're going to have to go after Melody as well. And she didn't come out and say it like that, but we know exactly what she's talking about. So I want to know how you can sit there and justify the stuff that you see right here. Tell me how. They can't. I started off with 35 people. You saw 35 people in here. They drop in like flies. Because like I said, these people are trolls. These people are miserable. But I promise you, you're about to get a very freaking lawsuit. And ask yourself, is it worth it? You about to see a class action lawsuit. I told you guys months and months before all this stuff had happened, pump your brakes. I said, pump your brakes. There's going to be a surge of lawsuits over a freaking reality show for entertainment on a freaking Saturday, like Callers King says. But you guys think that this is these people's personal life. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
No, I'm saying don't do that.
Like you have not pushed.
No, do not. You go ruin the. You gonna ruin this furniture.
Call. And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No.
Call.
Do not put that on.
Did she put it on there? Yes. What did she put on? One might say, oh, that was just water. I don't think it was water. I think it was exactly what it was. It was lighter fluid. It was lighter fluid. That is a freaking crime. That is an assault. That is not a third-degree felony. That is first degree. She could have unalived someone there. Martell spared Melody. Martell spared Melody. And most likely he did it because he loved her and he loved his children. Because right there, I would have called 911 and say, come get this heifer out of this house. And I promise you, the minute when they would have smelled that lighter fluid, she would be still in prison today. And you guys want to go around and you all wants to sit there and say every last person been to jail. Every last person that was on that show went to jail for a misdemeanor. But Melody would have passed jail and went straight to prison. Because this right here is a freaking crime. This is attempted murder. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's exactly what it is. She would have got attempted murder and assault, arson. But what did Martell do? Martell spared her. But you don't want to talk about stuff like this. Because like I said, there's a lot of colorism going on. And there's a lot of favoritism on there. And where I hold Call is king. I hold Call is king because he never ever talked about this. Tasha K said when she called Call is king hung up his phone. And I'm going to say allegedly. Let me go ahead and put allegedly. But I'd be doing if I say for entertainment purpose only. I'll be doing if I say for entertainment purpose only, because this is not entertainment. We should be weeping. We should be crying. How we see our own people out there losing their freaking mind for fame and fortune. And I talk about it all the time. What the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? You can never build a solid foundation off of material possession. That's like building a house on sinking sand. And you wondering why the cankerworms, the palmer worms, the locusts, the caterpillars, everything that you get, it ends up in somebody else's lap. Or it blow away. Because there's a leak in your foundation. There's a leak in your foundation. It's sad, guys. It's sad. And we wondering why everybody gets ahead of us and we always at the bottom of the barrel. And so in a minute, when we need to support stuff, like when it comes to election, how you guys want to call us out. But this time, it's time for us to start thinking for ourselves. If they don't want to go, if they don't want nothing, leave them where they are. Dust your feet and move on. Because I'm not going to be in this barrel with just because they look like us. Come on, help me out, guys. Just because we all got the same skin, we ain't all kin folks. However it goes, you know the same. Like I said, it's just so sad. It's so sad how we love to be entertained, how we love to buck dance, stuff like this. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear anything unless it's sitting there tearing down. When you start talking about truth, when you start talking about waking your people up, when you start talking about educating your people, oh, it's boring. They boring. But sitting there talking about how we going to sit there and put our foot on our brother's neck, you just as worse. You just as worse. And see, y'all don't want to hear the truth. But like I said, in here is unapologetic real talk. I stand by what I do, even if I have to stand by myself. But the Most High God would never, ever allow me to stand by myself. Because like I said there and say, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and we got to take it by force. But it's sad when we got to fight white supremacists on one hand and fight our darn people on the other hand. That's hard. That's hard. And see, they don't want to see nothing like this. They don't want to see the truth. But God said there and say, tell it to them anyhow. Just like he told Ezekiel. He told Ezekiel, he said, Ezekiel, don't be afraid of these people. He said, because they are wax cold. They are some stiff-necked people. Their hearts are cold. But you tell them what thus says the Lord, because of not the blood is going to be on your hands. And I'm speaking to you right now. Call us king. You better rebrand. I'm speaking to you right now, Melody. Shut it down right now. Because everything that you put your hands on, if you don't shut this down right now, ain't nothing good gonna come out of this. And anybody know when I say something, this old Southern woman say something, you can take it to the bank. You can take it to the bank. Because like I said, we live in a world that we call good evil and we call evil good. And when you be called out, then you want to sit there and pull a plug. But you have been exposed. The minute when you had your castmates call us king to come live with a live show, these people was right in front of the boss, the CEO. And if I can't tell my boss anything, then who else I can talk to? That's toxic. That's what you call toxic. Because they right there at the head. They not with the, you know how everything is with protocol? They talking to the head. But if the head is sick, how do you expect the results of all this right here? This right here is tragedy. This is toxic. This is toxic. Because from day one, the very first season, we saw Melody went into the Fletcher's home. Went into the Fletcher's home. And through a freaking glass, not a plastic cup, but through a glass at Martell's head and absolutely hit him. Did he retaliate? No. in somebody else's house. And we saw the damage that they did to Nell and Chris Fletcher's house. And it was told to me that when the cameras was off, it was even worse. But yet, Melody came on and said that Nell Fletcher never mentored her. She got her mama, she got her life coach, she got her pastors or whoever. But what did Nell say? Nell said her mother was sick on her dying bed. When Melody called her, she left her mother's bedside and went and seen about Melody. See, I hate those fair weather people. I hate fair weather people. They forget the time that when they cried on your shoulder. They forget the time when you needed them the most. And now that they feel like they have arrived, they don't need you anymore. But sometimes the Most High God would put you on that highest pedestal, which is called this reality show, for the whole world to see your nakedness, to strip you bare. And to put you flat on your face. Because it's sad. It's sad when we throw the rocks and we hide our hands. It's sad. And I know it hurt you guys. I know it hurt you guys. Because like I said, you guys helped make this monster of what it is today. It would never be what it is if you wouldn't have put life into it. So, like I said, get ready for the outcome because it's coming whether you're ready or not. Because no way in the world, the Most High God is going to allow these people to continue allowing to make people life a living hell. Ain't nothing good going to come out of this.
Oh, now. I'm not playing with you about my money.
Over freaking money. Over freaking money. See, y'all don't want to hear the truth. Don't you know the love of money is the root of all evil? The love of money is the mark of the beast. That's why you don't take no more than what you need. Because if you take more than what you need, you're going to lose your damn mind. What you're seeing right now, you're seeing these people are losing their daggone mind over money. Money is what I call the mark of the beast. Money is the only thing that will make you stand on the corner and sell your soul. Money will make you sit there and throw your own mother under the bus. Money is the only one, the only thing that would have you to sit there and lose your daggone mind. The love of money. And you wondering why it's crashing today. You wondering why the dollar is crashing today. Because you had allowed it to be evil spoken of. But let's go ahead and play some more. Because like I said, in here is real talk. Unapologetic. And non-biased.
Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's our money.
And split it 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We didn't split the $150,000 50-50. What?
And I showed you guys. I showed you another clip when it came to the $150,000. Do you need me to pull that clip up? I showed you the clip when Melody took the money out of the account and Martell didn't get ignorant, Martell didn't go and get no lighter fluid and a torch and wanted to set the car on fire. Martell went outside and he pleaded with Mel, Mel, why you took money out of the account? Mel, why you took all the money? What did Melody do? Melody rolled up her windows and she drove out of that from that man's house. And she drove away. But now she's sitting there, she catching a tantrum over $17,000. I just want you guys to sit there and see. You cannot sit there and call good evil and evil good. You can't have your pickers and your choosers. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Just because you feel like Melody said they've been cheated on. Lord, what we see right now, just imagine what they was doing, what's not on camera. Just imagine what those kids seen. That was a toxic relationship. Maybe the Most High God allowed it to happen. It could have been worse if those two would have stayed together. These people was toxic. And the thing about it, they put their life on a freaking reality show. Why? Why? When you guys knowing that y'all was going out there like dogs and cats in heat. Sitting there going out there and putting your mouth on somebody else's man when your husband was asking you to do it to him, begging. What man that you know is going to beg? What man that you know is going to come from a hard day's work, tearing down, building up? You got your big mouth sitting there waiting for him to bring home food while it's two women in the house. What man that you know gonna do that? Tell me. See, you guys don't want to hear stuff like, oh, I can't watch her. I can't watch her because you can't stand the truth. Like I say, just say, ouch, ouch. Or just put your pinky finger up and just leave out. Because I ain't changing over here. I ain't changing over here. Because I see the bigger picture. I see the train wreck. I see how they about to hit a brick wall. I told you when it comes to these reality shows, these reality shows does not have our best interests, especially when it comes to families. They hate families. These are perverted spirits that's working behind the scene. That's why they can pull a plug when you start telling them exactly how they feel. Because they could never sit there and come together and start a real family. Those are perverted spirits. Start pulling the curtains and see who are the ones that's behind the scene. Instead of keep hollering the power that be, start exposing them. Put a name to that. But let's go ahead and play some more. Let's go ahead and play some more.
Mess my shit up. Don't do that. Stop, Mel. Mel, don't.
Did this man punch her? Did this man put his hands on? Most men, look, they most likely would have took her out. And the reason why they would have took her out because it either was going to be me or you. Who would say that she would have actually pulled the trigger to that doggone torch? Did he go to her and sit there and attack her and took it from her, touched her? No. But I would have did it. But he was willing. If my wife would set this house on fire, I'm going to go with her. I'm going to unalive with her. Because that's exactly what could have happened, because accident happens really fast. Who would sit there and say accidentally that she would have sat there and pressed on it a little harder, and she got gas all over her, she got lighter fluid all over the house? That could have been a tragedy. We see so many horrible stories on news, how people just accidentally picked up a pow, a gun, and it absolutely went off. I ain't talking like no child, not today. Not today, because enough is enough. I want to know why Call is King. I want to know why Call is King. You saw all the stuff that Melody did, and you never once called her out. Melody stood at the reunion. She stood at the reunion, I think it was like maybe 2 years ago. And she looked Martell in his face. And Martell is not innocent either. Martell is not innocent. But what I'm sitting there saying, the stuff that you see right now, like I say, men cheat. But I'm talking about when Melody was at that reunion and she looked Martell in his face and she said, "That's why I beat your tail." And she didn't say tail. See, you got this mouth that blessings and curses comes out that house. 1 minute, that mouth, 1 minute she wants to say the Lord said this, the Lord said that, wants to quote scriptures. The next day she's sitting there cursing like a sailor. Choose this day who you going to serve. Either you going to serve the Most High God or you going to serve Baal. Choose this day. You can't sit there and serve two masters. You either going to love one or you going to hate the other. That's why I sit there and say these type of people have a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. You don't have to sit there and worry about, oh, this person is fake, this person is that. Have them to open up their mouth and see what's come out of them. Like he said, you're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. The minute they open up their mouth. There's life and death that's in the power of the tongue. But Melody said there, she said, "That's why I beat your tail." Every last person, you saw Tiffany, you saw Maurice, you saw Tisha, Kimmy, even Call is King. Their mouth fell to the floor. They went directly to a commercial. So I sit there and say, after the commercial, they're going to go ahead and they're going to talk about it. They didn't talk about it. So I say, well, okay, they doing a third reunion. So next week, they're going to talk about it. Crickets, crickets, crickets. They didn't talk about it. They swept it under the rug. They swept it under the rug. They swept it under the rug. Melody said, "That's why I beat your tail." And you know good and well, big as Martell is, his pinky finger would have touched her, would have laid her out. But this is what this man do. Let me tell you what Martell do.
Like, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do
Quit
that.
acting like you have not pushed
No. No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
Call. And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No.
Call.
Over money. Over freaking money. God, pray for my spirit right now. Pray for my spirit right now, because I promise you, if I curse, she will fall flat on her face over money, over money. What else you would do for money? You willing to sit there and go to prison? Do you really care for your children? You wasn't even thinking about your children. Was Melody thinking about her children the day she had the lighter fluid and the torch? Was she thinking about the children? Anybody that's willing to sit there and unalive herself, her ex-husband, and don't know where her children. Some was saying that her children was in the car, and then she made a reaction video when she came out with her music, reacting how she was going to set this man on fire. So now you have to ask yourself, do Melody really care for her children, or she love money more than she love her children? Now that's what you need to ask. That's what you need to ask. Because no way in the freaking world, no amount of money, and I promise you, I lost almost, I'm not even going to go ahead and say how much I lost going through with my business. I'm not going to tell you how much I lost going through with my business. But I remember when they sat there and they told me, you must really hate God. I say, no, I don't hate God. I say, because God give it and God can take it away. No amount of money will make me lose my soul. No amount of money will make me lose my soul. It's not worth it. No amount of money. And I came from a very humble beginning, and God blessed me tremendously. When I talk about live a soft life, I live a very soft life. I was very, very, very depressed, but I kept my eyes on God. And I decided to come on YouTube to sit there and try to at least have a little peace of mind, not knowing it was just even worse. It's sad, guys. It's sad. Not knowing that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, it all belongs to us. Just like there's a scripture that's in the Bible that say the birds does not worry about how they going to eat. You don't see the clovers in the field worrying about how they're going to be dressed. So if the birds, we are worth more than birds that's in the air, and the birds does not worry about what they're going to eat tomorrow, then why should we worry about it? When the Most High God said there and say that he is our provider. He never saw the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. So why we want to sit there, our people wants to lose our freaking mind over the love of money. Something that we can never take away with us. I never ever saw a U-Haul. Never ever saw a U-Haul going to the grave site. You can't take that with you. You can't take it with you. So why we sell our soul for fame and fortune? Like I said there and say, the system is not messed up. The system is only doing what the system is designed to do. They stripped us of our inheritance. They stripped us of everything. And they only throw a little small piece of cheese out there and got us like, and I'm not saying my people are rats, got us running like rats for one little piece of cheese. tearing up each other. Don't you see it? Don't you see all this right here is a cheap trick? And the thing about it is that all this right here is being played out on national TV for the entire world to see how our people acting a freaking fool over freaking money. Freaking money. And we've seen these rappers, we've seen just throwing money like it's making it rain, and but yet we losing our soul. Make it make sense. Because like I said there and say, they know exactly how to keep the vision when it comes to what I call the melanated God and goddesses. You don't know who you are, because if you knew who you were, you wouldn't be doing the things that you are doing. It's sad, guys. It's sad.
Not put that on.
Oh. Call now. I'm not playing with you about my baby's money. I paid for it. Call them and get my money.
And you wants to sit there and you want to call Martell DV? What do you call Melody? What do you call Melody? Like I said, guys, there's about to be some serious lawsuits. There's about to be some serious lawsuits. And just because SoGucci on Belle Collective, if I'm not mistaken, her real name is Sophia, just because she had a grievance and she had the opportunity to go directly to her boss, the CEO, the owner of the production company that she works for, and tell them that she felt like she was unprotected. And she also went got a protected order, which is also a restraining order. Go and Google that, okay? It's a restraining order. And it's a reason why the court went ahead and granted it to her. Because some serious stuff could have happened. You can't continue living on the edge with people's lives. You can't keep playing with people's lives. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. Because if you continue playing with people's lives, I promise you, there's going to be another tragedy. Keep playing with people's lives just for other people's entertainment. You're going to be swimming your way trying to figure out how to come out of this. You're going to be praying and saying, God, why this? But God will send his messenger that say, Lord, here am I. Use me however you please. Go and tell this wicked generations to come out of their sins. And I'm telling you right now, you better make it right, because everything that you built is going to come crumbling down. Because you can't keep playing with people's lives. You don't know what these people are going through in their personal life. You don't know what these people, just because they came in front of the cameras, you don't know what had happened prior to this. This person probably had, they probably wanted to go ahead and commit the big ass. You never know what these people was going through for you to sit there and pretend that you know these people, to pretend that you have a personal relationship with these people, and you never took the time to know this person might be going through, but you fighting somebody else's battle. For what? I don't know. Making yourself an enemy for someone, I don't know. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, guys. Like I said there and say, you cannot go into 2025 with this garbage. You're going to have to shake it off. You're going to have to shake it off because you're about to see more people that's going to be serious hurt. And this is my opinion. I do not think when it comes to Kiki, because Kiki already had came in my dream way before whatever had happened to her. I already was setting up my platform to talk about it, not knowing that this child sat there and passed. But you don't know what was on this child's mind, how they went ahead and used this child as if she was exposable goods when you felt like you couldn't use this girl just because of you needed ratings. You needed to continue having money in your pockets. But I hope you save that money because you're going to need it. I hope you save that money because you're going to need it. And if TikTok said there and cancel, you definitely going to need it. Because I see right now a surge of lawsuits right now. And when it comes to SoGucci has a lawsuit. She has a lawsuit. Ariane has a lawsuit. Because first of all, she went to the court and was granted a protective order, which is a restraining order to keep her from the person that the judge has said there and ordered her not to be around. And what did Gucci said? She said they went behind her back, production company, the producers, whoever, went behind her back and was filming behind her back. They ignored the court order, knowing that Gucci was the main character. She was the character. But they needed ratings. They thirst. They blood-sucking leeches. They wolves. They vipers. They hungry vultures. Was all about ratings. They don't care. They don't care. What if SoGucci would have said that got triggered by seeing the person that she had got a restraining order and you put that person there in harm's way? What if there would have been another Kiki? What if she would have went home and unalive herself? Or what if she would have went off like a melody and went and sat there and hurt Serena or caused something to happen where would have been no return? Who you think would have been accountable for that? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Now I see someone right now. You see, I see right now, and I'm not even going to say nothing. Chanel Marshall said SoGucci started that mess. So let's see again. Because see, like I said, we all can watch the same thing. But it's like we all have different opinions. And the reason why is because we pick and we choose. We pick and we choose. I promise you, if it would have been Melody or someone that they like, they wouldn't have sat there and say that this person started. They would have sat there and actually saw exactly what was going on. So let's see who started that mess. Now, I'm not worrying about whatever happened previous. I'm talking about right now, right here, what was on camera that led up to SoGucci to leave and go and get a protective order. So let's go ahead and see who started it, okay? Because like I said, when it comes to our people pick and choose. I really think that is colorist. So if you want to sit there and say, I can't argue with you, but I know one thing, you can't tell me what I don't see. If it's a freaking apple, I'm going to call it a freaking apple. If it's a freaking orange, I'm going to call it a freaking orange. Because I don't have a dog in this freaking fight. So let's see what's going on. First of all, let's see what's going on before I say anything.
Cute. Hey. How are you? Thank you.
Look at us, great minds.
I know.
Look green.
Hey, Tree. Hey, girl.
I greeted SoGucci and she gave me like this weird energy and I just wasn't feeling it. Like, how are you gonna come to my event and basically shade me? But I'm gonna put my best foot forward and we're gonna have a great time.
Hey. Mwah. I like it. Girl, my style is out of performance. Yeah, it is kind of different. I'm like, yeah, it's different. I like it, but I like it though. Thank you.
Now, right here, before that, prior to that, I have a clip where Gucci and her stepdaughters was talking, okay? So it wasn't no bad blood. It was only when, they had this altercation right here. So like I said there and say, I'm not worrying about what nobody say. I'm going by what I see, okay? What I see. First of all, when it comes to Gucci, Gucci was a main character on that show. She had a contract. Serena did not have a contract, okay? But still of all, let's see who started that, okay?
What a drink say, girl.
Well, you look beautiful in green, honey.
Girl,
I guess you got the memo.
green for money, baby.
You look cute. Thank you, friend.
See Miss Tamara in the building with her BFF over there.
Girl, listen. I ain't with all that fake ass boy, so I'm gonna stay in my corner.
Me too.
Be here to support.
I'm here. I don't want to knock nothing down in her because it's so pretty now. My relationship with Jay's ex-wife is kind of like, hey, hi, or not speak at all sometimes. We barely make eye contact when we're in the same room.
Now, Selena said that she have to make Gucci speak. And you heard where Gucci sat there and say they really just passed by each other. Okay? So we already know that these two do not interact with each other. Now, I'm not talking about no freaking children. I'm talking about grown-ups. If I say I don't want you in my freaking space, you don't come in my freaking space. And that's the bottom line.
I mean, I try to stay cordial with her for the kids' sake, but other than that, I don't have a relationship or have a bond with her like, she's my best friend or anything.
Did your stepmama speak to you? Did she let you? We spoke. Okay. No, I was trying to see if y'all Bells know about SoGucci. I was trying to see if she spoke to my baby. She said what they spoke earlier or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she said she wouldn't have spoke. Did she ever speak to me? Hell to the mother? No. I would have to walk my sexy ass over there and speak to her.
Now, she sat there and she said that she don't speak to, Gucci don't speak to her. Now I want to know, what freaking show did you guys watch? She says she got to walk her sexy tail or whatever she sat there and say and make her. How the freaking y'all can make somebody speak, grown people. We're not talking about no freaking high school children.
Like I always do. Are you serious? She don't speak to you at all? Never. She speak back after I was spoke to.
Now she sat there and said she speaks back. So you know she speaks back. Now that you know the cameras, why are you in her face? Why are you in her presence?
No.
I'll be back.
Okay, baby. So yes.
I still got your towel in my house.
Girl, I gotta get it. Oh my God.
You can just put it in the car. That's what I'm gonna do next time.
Oh, you look cute. That's cute. Oh, that's a two-piece.
Yeah.
That's a jumper. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's real cute. That's real cute.
Now you see Gucci walking away. Well, she was walking away prior to that, but Tamara went ahead and called her. Now, if someone is walking away, why are you following that person? That means you are harassing that person.
Shantae, come here. What y'all call SoGucci?
Now, what do you see right here? What do you see right here? You see right now, Selena touch her. I don't give a care if she sat there and she blew on her. She still was too close to her. You don't put your freaking hands on me just because you feel that, oh, I just tapped that person. I don't want you in my presence. She took her red purse. Do I need to go ahead and play it slow motion? Let me play it slow motion, okay, for the folks in the back, okay? Because like I said there and say, in here is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. I don't sit there and sugarcoat for nobody, and I'm not going to start, okay? So let's go ahead and continue seeing it. Let's play it a little slow. Now, what do you see? You see Selena is reaching her arms and her purse to touch SoGucci. What do you see? SoGucci got her hands up. Leave me the F alone. This woman wanted a moment because she knows she would have made some type of scene, then she would have been able to be on that show, which now she's on that show. Because just like SoGucci said, what did SoGucci say? They was filming while she still had that protective order in place. They was sitting there sneaking. Now ask yourself, is that right? We can't do it in here. We don't do it in here. We're going to call what it is. If it's evil, we're going to call it evil. If it's good, we're going to call it good. Let me go ahead and play it one more time. Ain't no way in the world that you can sit there and say, now, I don't know what had happened led to this. All I know is that this is Gucci's show. This is her show. She signed the contract. And I know for sure if there's an extra that comes on the set that even do what you saw Selena did, they would have escort that extra out. So let's go ahead and play it one more time. Let's play it one more time.
You can just put it in the car. That's what I'm gonna do next time.
Oh, you look cute. That's cute. Oh, that's a two-piece.
Yeah.
That's a jumper. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's real cute. That's real cute.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she meant it, and it doesn't matter if she did not. She already knew what the protocols. She already knew what the assignment was. She knew that when it comes to Gucci, Gucci does not mess with her. So if Gucci don't mess with me in my real life, what makes you think that Gucci is going to mess with her when the cameras are rolling? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Whether she meant to touch her or meant not to touch her, she should have never been in Gucci's presence. Bottom line. Bottom line.
What y'all thought? SoGucci.
Look at that. That no. Mm-mm. 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 Now that she got her attention now, she about to have a moment. She about to have a moment. So let's see what's now they going to say. Okay, you don't touch me now. All bets are off. You don't touch me.
So this the only person you see standing here?
I mean, you didn't want to speak at the baby shower, so.
The baby shower, honey, did you see how busy I was at the baby shower?
I wasn't even paying
Did you
attention to
even
that.
try to help out at the baby shower?
No, I wouldn't help
You
out.
never do.
No, I'm not going to help out.
You never have. No, but before I think she's about to start. Before the baby shower. I think her event's about to start. Before the baby shower, it's been the same thing.
Oh, well, let's keep it the same then. And number one, I'm not considering to be talking to an extra.
Extra.
And see, that's the part that really upsetted Selena, because what SoGucci sat there and called her extra, that really upsetted her, because like I sat there and say, she think that she's privileged. She thought that she was all that, just like she said, bringing her sexy tail in Gucci's face. So she think that she's entitled to sit there and do whatever she feel like it, because what this European standards say that she can do. You see, some people sit there and they think that, oh, I'm above this person. Not knowing most of the time they need to ride off of your back to get on the top. And that's why I sat there and say, I totally agree with JJ. Shut the whole thing down. Shut the whole thing down. Because I'm not going to let nobody ride off of my back, okay? And that's real talk.
Extra.
She
Bitch, I was on TV before you. What are you talking about?
The conversation is getting very heated. It's happening so fast. This is not good.
Was married to JJ before you.
And look, you see, it's in you. You see, like I said there and say, when Mad Day come, everything come out. Now, what she said there and say, I was married to JJ way before you. So, like I said there and say, they already had bad blood. No way in the world that they should have been together. No way in the world that she should have been on that set. No way, unless Gucci sat there and she felt comfortable of bringing her in herself. But what did she do? She did just like Melody did Kiki, brought her Latrice brought her through the back door, and we already know how it ended up. If Selena did not come through her ex-husband and his wife, then Selena should have never been on that show. And that's my real talk, and that's what I'm standing on. And ain't no changing over here. No changing over here, because she came through the back door. She came through Latrice because Latrice wanted a moment. Latrice knew exactly what she was doing. She was being messy. But I know one thing. If I would have put myself in that situation, if it was me, it would have never happened. Because like I said, it would never happen unless it came through me. It wouldn't have came through no other way. So when you sit there and say when Melody's allowed Kiki to come through the back door, then you get upset with that one right there too. Because she came through Latricia, whatever her name, Latrice. And she came through the back door. She should have never sat there and came on unless, again, her ex-husband would have brought her in. That was the only way that she should have came on. She shouldn't have came through nobody else. And what was wrong is that when she had that restraining order, what they did, they went ahead and they continued filming. They went behind her back and they continued filming. Because I did see a clip where all of them were sitting at the table except Gucci and Aisha, whatever her name. Okay. So let me go ahead and move on. Okay. I'm going to move on from that. But like I said there and say, ain't no changing over here. I'm going to stand on my truth. Okay. And that's real talk. So we went ahead and we talked about Destiny, how they sat there, went on her page and had that child to cry. And then how you guys talk about her candles was high and all this other stuff. You can't get nothing cheap. Ain't nothing cheap no more. And this girl, that's her signature candles. And like she said, it's a meaning behind that. Everybody wants to sit there and when a black person start getting into business, we want something for nothing. I hate that. But yet we can go and to other people, other stores, and spend expensive money just because we familiar with those brands, just like Destiny said. But we don't want to support black businesses. Like I say, we got a small percent of black businesses. Over 90% of other businesses. We got people coming out of other countries, starting businesses, getting loans. We don't get none of that. But when you guys start seeing black businesses, you either want something for nothing or you putting your mouth on it. No way in the world that you guys should have ever put your mouth on Destiny's business, knowing that this girl is trying to put food on her table. Because you're not going to sit there and go and put your mouth on the white people business. You're not going to do that. You'll break your own people neck just to go to them. Okay? But let's go ahead and talk about when it comes to Ariane Curry. Let's talk about her. We're going to talk about Ariane Curry. Let's talk about her. First of all, Ariane was not even a cast. She was not even a cast to that show. These people went out there and made this girl life a living hell because Melody put a face to her. Nobody would have never knew nothing about a Ariane Curry. Nobody would have never knew. She put a face. She put a face to this. And I'm going to say a legend to this because like I said there and say, I only can go by of what they put out. But I promise you, I can find exactly where I got this information from, okay? Nobody would have never knew anything about Ariane Curry. You guys sat there and made this girl life a freaking living hell. Start harass what even she wanted to unalive herself. And I had forgot to sit there and put the child, so I went ahead and put the child right there by Carlos King. First, I had it right there on the side of her. But I want Carlos King to see. These people was not, you didn't even wanted her on this show. But you guys was using her likeness. You guys was riding off for her. Because I promise you, no way in the world that you guys would have been still today without using Ariane's name. Go on these YouTubers. Go on the YouTubers. You're going to see over 100 videos a day of Ariane, and she's not even a cast member. Not at all. This girl right now can come on social media. I promise you, the minute she clicked off, you're going to see videos up. You're going to see it up. So if you're going to sit there and you're going to use my name, then we might as well have sat there and bring on a show. Because we know exactly who she's talking about. We know exactly who she's talking about. So let's go ahead to Tisha. Let's go to Tisha. Because like I said there and say, I stand alone. I don't sugarcoat. I don't compromise. I call it as I see it. If Tisha do anything wrong, Show me. I promise you, I'll call it out. But from the very beginning, I had to go back. And I sat there and I watched how Melody felt like Tisha was some lapdog just because Tisha was a housewife. Ain't nothing wrong with a housewife. She was taking care of her family. She made it feel like she was the one that's bringing Tisha out. And just because Tisha did not want to follow her blueprint, then she wanted to make Tisha's life a living hell. She went to the ends of the earth to make Tisha's life a living hell. But the sad thing about it is that Carlos King was on his platform with Dr. Heavenly and never once acknowledged Tisha and said Tisha's husband, Marceau, and Melody, they have good chemistry. You see, it's all about the love of money. They don't care how Tisha look. They don't care how it makes Tisha feel. Oh, I'm gonna just talk to Tisha. Oh, we making money. Girl, this is money. We look, this money. But still of all, you got your overzealous fans sitting there and putting fuel to the fire like you do, Torture Lady. Tisha got feelings. So you guys making 101 videos talking about how slow Tisha is, how dumb Tisha is, how weak Tisha is. But the boss says, let the husband and another woman film because they got good chemistry. So what do you want Tisha to do? She damn if she do. She damn if she don't. What the freak do you want her to do? So if you sitting there saying you guys are acting, then leave Tisha alone. Stop calling Tisha out. Because one thing that we do know when it comes to Tisha, Tisha not dumb and Tisha not stupid. Okay? Make it make sense. Melody is a freaking school teacher. And I'm not downing a school teacher. But Tisha, like I said there and say, this girl got 3 freaking degrees. Stop trying to downplay people. I hate when people do that. Stop downplaying people. And that's where the colorist comes at. Because you think that, oh, she's supposed to be at her beck and knees. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. Like I said there and say, don't be ashamed of your melanin. Because like I said there and say, you are the head. Everything came out of you. Everything came out of you. Just because you think that, oh, they look close or white, whatever, ain't nobody ain't nobody gonna sit there and come against that, because we come in all shades. We come from the chocolates to the whitest, the kinkiest hair to the straightest hair, the darkest eyes to the lightest eyes. Because everything came out of you. But I'm not going to let people think that, hey, you're going to downplay me. Those days are over with. Like I said there and say, it's enough for everybody. But you're not going to tear me down in order to build somebody else up. Devil, you is a liar. And the truth is not in you. So all these people that I have right now, these people been caught into the crossfire. Because what they was trying to do is elevate who they want. It was pickers and its choosers. You can't have pickers and choosers on an ensemble cast. You can't do that. Because if they felt like they can do it themselves, then why don't you give them a spinoff? Or why don't they go to where they are working at? If I got my own house and I'm building my own house, I'd be darned if I'm going to build somebody else's house, especially when I don't like them. So that's just to show you, you can't go. But you're not going to continue tearing me down. Devil, you is a liar. You is a liar. And like I said there and say, ain't no changing in here. I'm going to stand on my truth. Like I say, we all have a right to agree to disagree. But when it comes to something that I see that's on tape, that's pictures tells 1,000 words, I'm going by that picture. I'm going by that picture. And I'm going to call it exactly what I see. So let's go ahead to Martell. Like I said there and say, Martell and Melody are two peas in the pods. When things come down, I promise you, Martell going to have Melody's back. And Melody going to have Martell's back. You guys sitting there going around talking about this revenge, P, whatever you guys calling that. I bet you Melody is not going to come out and say those charges are dropped. It's gone now. They both going to sit there, and I'm going to say allegedly going back so they can learn how to be co-parents. Now go run with that, because y'all run with all my talking points. Hate me to death. We already know you hate me to death, but that's all right. That's all right. Because when the whole world hate you, then God can lift you up. Man does not have a heaven or hell to put me in, because I'm going to stand on my truth. Now go run with that, because you're good to go and give everybody else credit. All of the stuff that I've been saying, all you've seen is just being regurgitated. Show me something right now with somebody that said on their platform, and I'm going to show you where it was said right here. Like I said, from day one, me, Logical, Starbucks, and Country Girl, even when it was just the four of us, been saying the same thing, and we never stopped. Never stopped. From day one, we saw straight through this BS. But like I said, when it comes to Martell, you guys want to put your foot on him. Yes, he does some crazy stuff. He got my head spinning. I'm wondering what the heck going on. But still of all, you do not put your hands on nobody. You do not bring this man on this show thinking that you're going to sacrifice this man so you guys can bring up these ratings and run to the bank off of this man's pain, using your pain for gain. Sooner or later, that's going to come to an end. It's coming to an end. How long you going to continue sitting there beating this dead horse? And how long I'm going to continue saying this? Okay? And getting back to Destiny, because I don't like the way y'all treated Destiny. And I like her therapist. She got a good therapist. I don't know if she's a therapist or she her life coach. But you need to keep her, because she got your back. Because when she saw how that troll came in and tried to break Destiny down, she went straight into prayer mode, and started praying. But a lot of stuff that Destiny is going through, and that is my opinion based off of this reality show. She's going through because of what Melody did to her. Destiny put her entire life savings into her business. Everything that she had, she put into her business. And just because nobody can't have a business but Melody, because she know that when it comes to this show, and I've been telling you guys that this show don't pay. These people get paid off of stuff that they promoting. So she was promoting her business. She was promoting her hair supply store. And that's a $1 billion industry. Hair supplies is a $1 billion industry a year. Let me correct myself. $1.2 trillion a year. And not near money going into the Black community. Those Koreans may be in your community, but they're not pouring into your community. And you guys hated to see a Black business on a major platform where you guys sat there and you cheered on Melody, and even Melody wanted to make a big front out of it, where even the producers finally sat there and told her not to do it. She wanted to call her fans on the cell phone and go live how she sat there and killed 2 birds with 1 stone. She went into Destiny's business and she sat there and brought that black cloud, that bad energy, got Destiny all upset, tore Destiny's business up. Then she left out and she went straight to Miss Wanda. I truly believe that Miss Wanda truck would have been very popular. Most likely, she saw it too. See, the devil peeps into your future as well. But he just don't know that he's there as well. When you dig ditch, you better dig one for yourself. So what happened was, the devil went in, that demon, call it what it is, that demon. That demon went and saw Destiny's future, saw Miss Wanda's future, and say, I'm going to sit there, I'm going to tear down. And that's exactly what that demon did. That demon went straight to Miss Wanda. Could have called Miss Wanda, but she wanted a moment. And sat there and say, Miss Wanda, I heard this, I heard that. But still of all, Miss Wanda didn't do no more than what everybody do and what she do. Because I showed you the clips. How she wanted to tear down Tisha's marriage because YouTubers was feeding her information. Tisha said, where did you get this information from? Tell me, Mel. Mel said, I got it off of YouTube. But just because Miss Wanda did the same thing, got information off of YouTube because Martell told it to Dr. Heavenly, I would sit there and say, hey, it's accurate. I would have ran with it too. Because it came from the horse's mouth. Martell sat there and Dr. Heavenly talked about the paternity of that child. Miss Wanda brought it out. Melody went and chewed her up. Talked about Miss Wanda's business. I asked Miss Wanda, I say, Miss Wanda, did Melody, that's all I wanted to know. I didn't want to know nothing about Tisha, no nothing. Because like I said there and say, I'm a fan to the show. Because if anyone do something, I'm going to call them out because I don't know them from a can of paint. I asked Miss Wanda. I say, Miss Wanda, I say, did Melody ever ate any of your food? Miss Wanda said no. And I don't believe Miss Wanda have anything to lie. So why would you tell the entire world that watches this show that Miss Wanda's food was nasty? That is Miss Wanda's business. Miss Wanda has a license. And what you did was in front of the entire world. You sat there and sabotaged Miss Wanda's business. And what I know from being a business owner myself, if someone gonna sabotage my business, never even tasted my food, I would have sued the heck out of them. I would have sued the heck out of them. And it's not too late. Because if I'm not mistaken, that happened no more than 3 years. The statutory limitation is not done. I still would try. Or just go with a class action lawsuit. And that's real talk. That's real talk. Because you messed up my business. And the only reason why, because they was jealous of Miss Wanda. They was jealous. Because like I said, when Miss Wanda come on that show, she got all of our attention. But they didn't want her on there. And even her son-in-law, Marcia, didn't want her. Because Marcia all up in Melody's. Marcia would have Melody's back before he have his own wife back. And even Tisha said that. Tisha sat there and said, you never have my back. Why are you sitting there, saying some things embarrassing me? So like I said there and say, I'm a fan to the show. And now I'm done with the show. But I'm going to call it out until I see Satan kingdoms come down. Your kingdom is coming down. Until you sit there and you come out and repent. Too many people have gotten hurt. Too many people have gotten hurt. And I know when you hear me, your ears bleed. You can't tell me your ears bleed. Shut her up. Shut her up. Strike our channel. Strike our channel. Like I said, I don't get paid for this. And the little crumbs that I do pay, if it had to put food, continue on my table, I would be hungry many a days. I stand on my truth. I stand on my truth. That's why you don't see me jumping from one channel to channel on everybody's page. I stay in my lane. I don't go and tell people what to do with their channel. But for me and my house, like I said there and say, I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm going to call it as I see it. And when it comes to Miss Wanda, and then when it comes to Destiny, and this is my opinion, I think that production promised them something, or maybe said there, where they didn't want to go and pursue that. And I'm talking about to get a lawsuit. I don't know if they probably sat there and say, oh, we're going to get you back on the show, or, she apologized, or, just let it go, sweep it under the rug like they sweep everything else. I don't know if they had Miss Wanda. I'm gonna have to ask Miss Wanda. Did they had Miss Wanda to sit there and sweep that under the rug? Because like I said there and said, I've been in the game for a long time. I started my business at 12 years old, working at 12 years old doing hair. 16 years old in cosmetologist school. 17 got my license. From that was able to build my own home health, okay? Doing for my own community. So I know a little bit about business, okay? And now I'm starting to see people for who they are. People are snakes. People see your glory, but they don't know your story. Everybody wants to cover everybody's blessings. Keep your eyes off of people's blessings and put your eyes on the Most High God. But I truly believe that they had to tell Miss Wanda and Destiny made some type of promises where they didn't pursue this, because I even asked Miss Wanda why you didn't pursue this. And I'm going to say allegedly, but I think, and this is my opinion, that she said, I guess they was trying to come on her when it came to the child. So I guess they probably sat there and said, well, we're going to counter sue you. So that's how most likely they scared Miss Wanda. But I wish I knew Miss Wanda back then. And what I don't know, trust me, I would have connected her to the right people. I would have connected her to the right people to give her the right type of information. Because first of all, Martell went ahead and talked about what was happening to his child because of the question that was asked to him. So you cannot sit there and say, oh, I'm going to countersue Miss Wanda. All I just know, like I said, what Martell said, and we played the clips over and over. These people was not together. But Martell even told Tasha K, even if it's not his child, it's still his child. He ain't gonna do no DNA. But Martell also talked about 2 other freaking children. And I'm gonna say allegedly, because he told Dr. Heavenly. When Melody came, Melody was pregnant. And so before you know it, she got rid of it. So if you want to let the cat out of the bag, let it out. Don't sit there and say you're going to reveal all, you're going to tell all. But you're going to pick and choose, tell it all. Martell said that. Martell told Dr. Heavenly, if the child was mine, why did she get rid of it? Like I said, this channel is not for everybody, guys. This channel is not for everybody. Unless you're seeking the truth. Or you standing on your truth. Because we're not here to compromise. We grown folks in here. Like I said, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. But if I know it was my man's child, why would I want to go ahead and get rid of it and then come turn around and have another child? Make it make sense. You're going to have to answer for that. Mama, why? Why did you get rid of me? I could have been a doctor. I could have been a lawyer. Or I could have been the next president of the United States. You going to have to answer for this. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Because like I say, when it comes to this reality show, we all should do a class action lawsuit. Because we all been triggered by this stuff right here. And one for sure should be misbehaving. The way that y'all went after her child. Like I said there and say, it's sad when we get something and we allow it to be evil spoken of. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Let's go to Maurice and Tisha. Maurice and Kimmy. Kimmy was fighting for her life. And guys, if you support me, I need you to pray for me. Start praying for me right now. Because I already told you guys, if I ever allow a freaking reality show to bring me in a very dark place, I might as well go ahead and shut it down because it's not worth me losing my soul over. But someone that had cancer, fighting for her life, we had this heifer, this demon, never even showed her face. And when she finally showed her face, looked like a twig. Yeah, I said, looked like a freaking twig. Her fingers were so long like freaking roach legs because she looked it like one. She had the biggest hair weave on her head and she stood far off, couldn't even show herself. Because she looked like a freaking roach, just like I told you. If you want to sit there and expose them, turn the light on. That freaking nasty mouth gutter sat there and called Maurice a cancer hunter. Talking about he's most likely how I had perceived it. You having sex, hunching on a woman with cancer. That's how I had perceived it. How low can you go? How low can you go? How low can you go? God about to clean this mess up. God is about to clean this mess up. Because I told you, especially when it comes to these reality shows, it was built off of blood. It was built off of blood, off of a OJ trial. So if this reality show was built off of a OJ trial, off of blood, off of a murderer, what makes you think good gonna come out of this? Ain't no good gonna come out of this because the foundation is corrupt. And we got these silly sheep that calling themselves as if they got it all together. These people ain't got it all together, because if you got it all together, why would you sign up for pennies on $1? Why? Why would you risk your entire family for pennies on $1? Do like Stormy. I spoke to Stormy. Stormy was going through, but God had her in there for a season. I spoke to her spirit, not knowing that her mother was on my channel. And God told her to get what all you got to get. Gather what all you got to gather. Because God about to send some fresh mantle. He about to open up some heaven doors, some heaven vaults, and pour her out a blessing. And once she gather as much as she can, dust her feet and move on. And she got a mom that is a prayer warrior. You're not going to come through that, honey. That's an iron fence. She even got upset with her daughter from even coming on there. Her daughter came in and she got what she needed to get, and she listened to her mother because she know her mother is close to her heart. Them snakes tried to come after Stormy. Oh, they tried. They even went to our oppressor. I saw that bottom feeder that lives with her parents on a freaking dirty mattress. Sitting there wants to call herself as if she got it all together. And only uses other people's commentary to to sit there and put food on her table and wants to talk about her subscribers she did. I'd rather have 5 subscribers that I know that got my back than others that's just here to sit there and see what I got and then jump to the next person. Make it make sense. But they sat there and they pounced on Stormy. They sat there and was making videos, trying to do interviews with this white guy. Yes. I can't make it up even if I want to make it up. And I'm over my time. But that's all right, because let the spirit move. Because it's time for our people to sit there and stop. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. But they tried to sit there and sabotage this girl business. Even went on her business page and gave this girl a freaking F. And God sat there and said, for your trouble, I shall give you double. God gave her double for her trouble. For your ashes, I shall put the garment of praises. God blessed her tremendously. Blessed her tremendously. The more dirt that they were slinging on her, the higher that she was going. And they couldn't take it. They tried to pull it off, just like they tried to pull the beautiful, colorful coat that my father had gave to me. They tried to strip it from me. But God said there and say, from the pit to the palace. God has blessed it, Stormy, from the pit to the palace. Because they tried to take her beautiful coat off of her. But God said, not so. Not so. And just like they did Joseph in the Bible. And like I say, when it comes to these stories in the Bible, we talking about stuff that's happening right now. Because the Bible was only stuff to come, prophecies to come. They already done prophesied. So don't listen to all these ones that's going around saying, I'm prophesying. You're not prophesying. You live in it. It already was prophesied. We're going through it right now. Can't you see it? But what did Joseph say? Joseph said there and say, now the Most High God had put my enemies in my presence. But what he said there and say, he refused to sit there and put a hand on them. Because what the enemy meant for good, look at God. God turned it around for his glory. What the enemy meant for bad, God turned it around for his good. Look at Stormy right now, from the pit to the palace, through the child in jail, And I got triggered by that. I got really triggered by that. Especially when it's our own people. Our own people wants to take your hands and cut it off. Threw her in jail. But look at God. Look at God. You look at God. And every time when they try to lift this person up, the cankerworms, the palmer worms, the locusts gonna come and eat it up until you sit there and you repent and you turn from your wicked ways, because this is judgment. And judgment is falling right now. It's going to be right here. We are sitting right now. He said the saints going to judge. He's going to pull the sheep off of these wolves and sheep clothing, coming in the name of the Lord. God said then, say, I don't know you. Get from behind me, you work of iniquity. Because God is of love, peace, and of a sound mind. God is not going to sit there and tell you to go and try to put a stumbling block in someone's way. Especially when they open the door. Didn't Stormy open the door for Melody? had Melody to come in and film. That's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful who you allow in your house. Because it's, like I said there in Save, that's talking about us right now. I can show you that scripture. It was prophesied. Once you let them demons in, they're going to tie you down and try to take everything from you. But that's all right. Look at her right now. Look at Stormy right now. Let's go to Kiki. We already talked about Kiki. How they brought Kiki on to go after her blood cousin, her first cousin, brother and sister's children. Brought her in through the back door to go after her blood cousin. And it's still in Tisha's heart. It's still in her heart. But God said there and say, right now, Tisha, I'm going to release you from that. God is about to release you from that because I know it's still bothering you because you brought it up. When she was on Call Us King panel. And Call Us King did not say one mumbling word when she sat there and say her worst moment on that show is when her cousin threw a drink in her face. Call Us King didn't say not one word. All you heard was crickets, crickets, crickets. He didn't say one word. And they not. And they not. Just like when it was in St. Thomas. It was a reason why. And that's my opinion. And all is alleged. But it was a reason why they brought Shanita over there. I asked the Most High God. I don't jump on nobody's channels. I get mine straight from the throne room. I asked the Most High God. I said, and you might say, why is she talking about the reality show? Because that's where you at. You hear it. I said, why is Shanita on that trip? Why is Shanita on the show? Because Melody was afraid that anything that she say was going to be used against her. Now go run with that. Because you take all my talking points anyway. Let me go ahead and repeat it again. The reason why I saw in the spirit that Shanita was on that show, because they knew they had messed up when it came to Kiki. And they didn't want nothing to be brought up. They knew they was wrong what they did to Stormy when they had this freaking old lady that was a millimeter, Melody's fans, to go to Stormy's business and have that child arrested. So they didn't want Melody to say anything. That's just to show you how they cover up for Stormy. Sorry about that. How they cover up for Melody. They don't cover up for Stormy. Devil, you is a liar. I rebuke that right now. No, y'all didn't cover up for no Stormy. Y'all was after Stormy's business. Tried to tear that down. Thought you was going to tear it down. But she got what she needed to get off of that show, and she gave y'all the deuces. She gave y'all the deuces. Because y'all was after that, you demons. Yes, y'all was after that girl's business. But the reason why Shanita was on there, because what she was doing, she was speaking on her behalf because they know that they had messed up. Yes, you knew you had messed up. Trust me. I am God's anointing. I am God's warrior. And when I say something, you can take it to the bank. And if it cut, just let God do open surgery because we all looking for an instant fix. We all looking for a painkiller. But I'm here to give you surgery right now. God wants to open you up and let him heal you right now. Because you know good and well the reason why Shanita was on that show, knowing Shanita had mental problems herself. The blind leading the blind. That's what that was like. That was like two alcohols. Oh, how can two alcoholic person or two obese people try to help me? She's going through some stuff in her own personal life. But yet she felt that she was going to be able to cover up for Melody, to have Melody's back. And when she feel that when they came on her, she went on social media talking about she have all types of mental issues. You knew you had mental issues when you came on there. You knew. But you thought that you was there to sit there and speak on Melody's behalf. And like I said, all this is alleged, and this is my opinion. Now, when it comes to Winter, I think her name is Winters Williams. I don't know too much about her. But I know that she sat there and said that they was paying her pennies on the dollars. I heard that come from out of her own mouth, that they was not even paying her anything. I did hear her say that. But they wanted her to sit there and bleed out for pennies on a dollar. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And we already know all the stuff that happened to Monique. Now, I didn't really watch the show, but she was very verbal of what had happened. So I don't even really need to get into that. Tiffany. They was going all into Tiffany Whitlow, going all into her personal business. Even sitting there saying that she was having an affair with her boss. You don't remember that, huh? Even was trying to sit there and say that the child, until the child came out looking like the split image of her husband. You don't remember that. And what they doing right now? They cleaning up their channels because they know they are about to be sued. But we got people that's coming for you. That's already was ahead of the game. Because I had spoken and told them that they was going to clean up their mess. Get them before they do it. And they got them before you did it. People all inside of your Patreon membership recorded all that. They coming for you. They coming for you. Don't you think that you're not being watched? Don't you think that you're not being watched? Because you are being watched. You are being watched. And we can go into Latrice. How Latrice sat there and say she had to come on the show with a lawsuit going to court. She had to save face, pretend that nothing had happened. They didn't want her to talk about what was going on when they was trying to go after her and her business. Guys, we got a long ways to go. They swept all that under the rug. But God sat there and say, just like he did when Jesus came on the scene, the curtains are about to be ripped. The curtains are about to be ripped. Like I said, don't throw away your Bible, because everything that's in that word is talking about what's going to happen right now. It's just that they ran ahead of time, but they didn't see at the end the road of destruction. God is about to rip the sheets. Those curtains are coming down. And I'm going to leave it with that. Those curtains are coming down because of the stuff that you have done. All for money. It's sad how our people, and I read some scriptures, how we lose our mind. How we lose our mind over money. Over money. Which is why right now the dollar is crashing. The dollar is crashing. They ain't my enemies. But like I said, Babylon is falling. So it doesn't make no sense for you sitting there trying to go out there and gather it because you can't take it with you, especially the way that you treat people. The way that you treat people. Let me play this right here, and after that, I'm gonna leave.
To play in my face.
When no one's playing in your face, I don't
You
even talk
are.
to you, sweetie.
Well, you're talking to me now.
I don't talk.
The reality of it is that what you're not going to do is continue to play in my face.
When no one's playing in your face, I don't
You
even talk
are.
to you, sweetie.
Well, you're talking to me now.
I don't talk.
The reality of it is that
Hold on one second, guys. It's something that I want to play.
A local reality telestar is behind bars.
So, and not blaming this on you. I'm just telling you how I looked at it. Well, I'm sorry, girl. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I warned you. You know, the Bible tells us warning comes before destruction, right out the gate.
And you see how they use the Bible? And those overzealous fans that's riding so hard, she gonna tell you guys the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. That's exactly what she's gonna tell you guys when those class action lawsuits gonna be hitting you at the door, okay? That's exactly what she's gonna be telling y'all.
You started privately talking to bloggers. I told you, be careful when you're communicating, but you don't listen. It's not that I don't want to listen. I get off track. The fact of the matter is, when it comes to sharing things that are happening before they're supposed to be shared, anybody sharing stuff beforehand, it's a no-go for me. I have children to take care of, so this is my check. And whenever at any moment it's done, because information's being shared, I can't fool with you. Like, I just can't. I've gone out on a limb for you. I have taken heat even that wasn't true. Oh, she brought her own for da-da-da-da-da. I've taken heat for sticking up for you.
Now let's go ahead and talk about that. She said that anything that is shared with bloggers, you know, she can't fool with you anymore. Well, let's pot meets kettles, okay? Let pot meet kettle, okay? Let's see. Now you're gonna go ahead and you had Kiki, and I told you guys from day one, Kiki had a storyline. Kiki was a professor, not at a high school, but at a freaking college. This girl had a story to tell, but they made it all about Saint Melody.
You're sad. I do feel for you. I once had love for you. Although you've done a whole bunch of evil things, you have a dark soul. But I still don't hate you. You like, oh, this girl is my enemy.
Why do you think she has a dark soul?
She's very pretty on the outside. She is the true definition of the devil, and she's quoted.
And that's where I hold Tisha at. But I'm going to play it all the way through. I'm not going to talk about it. But that's where I hold Tisha. This girl been after Tisha's marriage from the beginning. Tisha came out and said that she has a very dark soul. Now, if someone was after my marriage, someone that I know I have a dark soul, no way in the world. I don't care if it's reality show or whatever. Because like I said, we already know when it comes to these fans react on stuff like this. They don't look at it as a reality show. And the way that these ones that's supposed to call themselves cast members feeding these bloggers, you just don't know. So listen, I'm going to play it all the way through. I saw that from day one. Listen at that snake. I saw from day one. And like I said, all this is my opinion based off of a reality show. I don't go out there, dox, harass, or anything. But I know you hear that's hissing. And even if I did put the sound effect, her mouth sat there and made it perfectly what was coming out of her mouth. So let's listen to that snake hiss again, okay?
Why do you think she has a dark soul?
She's very pretty on the outside. She is the true definition of the devil.
She ain't that pretty. Take that wig off and that lash you look like any basic, you know what? Evil. Notice how they saw that demon. They saw that demon in her. I don't give a care if I edit it. The reaction, the way that they act, they saw that demon in her. Look how Stormy looked. Stormy saw straight through that snake.
Damn,
Well,
Tisha.
then, if that's the case, you should every day that the dark soul was removed out of your life. Be grateful.
I'm thanking God for a lot of things, but
Be
I ain't one of them.
grateful.
Do you believe that, Melody?
No, I okay.
Now you heard her say go to YouTube, right? But yet she went ahead and what did she do? She threw Kiki out like she was disposable goods. You told Kiki you're not going to have no one going out there and talk to bloggers, but yet you did it. Let's play that again. See, she don't take no accountability and they don't call out. So that's why she can continue doing what she's doing until that class action lawsuit get on them. Okay.
A lot of things, but I ain't one of them.
Now listen to them for the ones that's in the back. The ones that set their seats, St. Melody does not do no wrong. Now she threw Kiki out like disposable goods. The girl had her all depressed. But what did she told Tisha? Go to YouTube, because that's where she got her information to destroy Tisha's marriage. Let's listen to it again.
Do you believe that, Melody?
No, yeah.
No more conversation. I'm so happy you two have moved on from each other.
Let me answer this person right here. This person said, I have a question. What are the statute of limitation on this behavior? Attempted arson, attempted murder. LLPD. He that have an ear, let him hear. LLPD. Okay? Saying that happened with the arson, I will give it maybe about 3 or 4 years. The statutory in Alabama is 5, up to 5 to 10. Go after them right now.
And
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. That's why I beat your ass that time.
That's why I beat your ass that time.
Now, what did you hear? What did you hear? What did you hear? You heard Melody telling her ex-husband, that's why I beat your ass. This is my first time ever curse. Not one thing has done. This girl sat there, and that's called domestic violence. She said, that's why I beat your tail, was beating this man in that house. Let's play it again for the ones in the back. Because I promise you, this will be on the DA's office, okay?
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. That's why I beat your ass that time.
And I'm gonna tell you, Carlos King heard this. Carlos King heard all this, but they didn't do not one thing. They let this woman just continue doing what she was doing. Nobody held her accountable for nothing. And I promise you, nobody. Let's play it one more time, because I promise you, there will be.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes.
No. No more conversation. I'm so happy you two have moved on from each other.
Yes, God.
And
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was. That's why I beat your ass that time.
That's why I beat your ass that time.
Alright, so we're right back with more Love and Marriage Huntsville when we return.
1, 2, Freddie coming for you. He hurry up and shut that down. Carlos King, hurry up and shut that down. Soon in a minute, this girl said, that's why I beat your ass. Carlos King shut it down, and you never heard a thing about it again.
That's why I beat your ass that time.
Alright, so we're right back with more Love and Marriage Huntsville when we return.
Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do
Quit
that.
acting like you have not pushed
No, do not. You go ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No, do not put that on. Oh.
Call now. I'm not playing with you about my money. Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's our money.
It's split 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We didn't split the $150,000. 50-50. What? Why you messing my shit up? Don't do that stuff, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do
Quit
that.
acting like you have not pushed
No, do not. You go ruin the. You go ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You go ruin the furniture. No. Do not put the. Oh.
I'm not playing. Call them and get my money.
I want to show you guys one more thing, okay? I want you to show one more thing, and after that, I'm gone. Okay. I want to show you this right here. Like I said, all this stuff is on tape, and nobody did not one thing about it. Say one thing about it, because they covered all of Melody's dirt. They covered it all. They put her on a pedestal. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I want to share one more thing to you guys. One more thing. Like I say, the Fletchers knows a lot too. I have a video of it, but I don't feel like looking for it.
Keep talking to the same. I'm like, God damn, what you want me to go mess with 20 women?
It's not a lie.
Damn, get tired of you lying so much. You victim.
Oh, whoa.
Stop being a victim all the time.
Oh,
it gets on my nerves.
So everybody just heard everything Martell said.
No, because
said I'm playing the
well,
victim.
I wish one day people will see the person that you really are. You throw all the damn stones and hide your hands and be the victim. Because when we start going through stuff, I told you what you weren't doing in the marriage.
Okay.
And then you didn't fulfill that. And then, I stepped out because you weren't taking care of me.
Okay.
And then somebody started taking care of me. And now I'm like, I like this, what I went through.
You drove them out.
And then you still disrespecting me. You still not being the person that I want you to be. This other person I'm talking to, she satisfying me.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that.
Now look at that.
Know that.
That's what I wanted you all to see.
Say that.